bits and pieces here and there. Okay, so we'll just try to cover all those concepts today, and I'll give you a project, a small project on Hibernate. We have completed one project on JDBC, I guess. Yes. So on Hibernate also we will do a small project once after completing bits and pieces. If possible, I will try to leave you people early today. Why? Because I'll be giving you project and you need to complete it by tomorrow. And from tomorrow itself we'll be starting servlets. Okay, so we'll try to complete bit early. Okay, so guys, it is very easy. So all these simple concepts are really easy, you can understand. So just concentrate. Okay, just concentrate. Now I'll take one example, guys. I'll take one example. I'll take class user and I'll take private int id, private string name, private string email. Okay, three information is fine. So we all know that if we should create a table, I should make use of @entity annotation, and I should have a primary key, right? So I write @id. I should have primary key, so I'll write @id. Now, whenever we try to add one user object into the table, whenever we try to add one user object into the table, we should mention the id. We should mention the id, right? Either 1 2 3 101 11 121, anything we should mention. So instead of we generating the id, we are generating the id for user 1, user 2, user 3. We are generating the id, yes or no? So instead of we generating the ID whenever we create a object, Hibernate will do automatically. Hibernate will do it automatically. So ID will get generated automatically with the help of Hibernate, but we should use one annotation. But we should use one annotation. We need to generate the value. We need to generate the ID value. Yes. So I will be using @generated value. I should generate the value, so I should use @generated value. And here you need to mention strategy is equal to generation type dot identity. Generation type, what type you need to generate? I need a basic one. I need a basic one, 1 2 3 4. In incremented way the id should get generated, so I will use identity. So I'll use identity. Okay, so why we need to use this specific annotation? Why we should make use of this specific annotation? So I can tell this annotation is used for auto increment of id. It is used for auto increment of id. Now why are we mentioning this generation type? In which type your id should get generated? It should be in increment format. Suppose if it starts with 1, and it should be in increment format, that is 1 2 3 4 5 and so on. So we need to mention generation type dot identity. Okay, so one question you will have in your interview for sure, the interviewer will ask, can we auto generate the id? Can we auto generate the id? Or they might ask like this, can we auto generate the primary key value? So your question your answer should be yes, we can auto generate by using at the rate generated value. By using which annotation? At the rate generated value. So which type have you used in your project? We have used identity type. We have used generation type dot identity. Well, what is the purpose of generation type dot identity? It will automatically increment the id value from 1 and so on. Okay, so this is the main this is important for your interview purpose. This is important for your interview purpose, so you need to answer this properly. Okay, now we understood the theory part. The same thing we will try to execute and we will check. We'll try to execute and we will check. Okay, so I'll just display my eclipse. So okay, here I have my old Maven project sample hibernates. I'll just use that. Okay, already we had created, right, sample hibernates one Maven project previously. So I'll use the same Maven project, because for small programs I don't want to create any Maven project. Okay, so I have used the schema here is hibernates. I have used hibernates schema. Okay, you people also would have been used the same thing, so just make use of the same Maven project. Here what I'll do, I'll just create a class. Now everyone should see I'm just demonstrating it to you people. Here I will give a class name user. I'll give class name user. Okay, I'll write at the rate entity. Then what is required? Private int id, private string name, private string email, getters and setters. Okay, so here I will mention at the rate id, at the rate generated value, strategy, generation type dot identity. Okay, so this is my user class. I wanted to insert the data, so I will just create insert user main method. So I need to make use of entity manager factory, entity manager, and entity transaction. Fine. I'll just paste. Now I should create one user object, right? Yes. So I'll write user is equal to new user. So now what I will do, user dot set name. I will set the name for user. User dot set email. Yes. So now what I will do, entity transaction dot begin, entity manager dot persist user object, entity transaction dot commit. Shall we execute now and check? We'll see. Did I mention any ID here? Did I mention any ID here? In object, I did not mention any ID in the object. But in user class, I have a ID column. In user class, I have ID column. That did not mention the value for that. Let's execute and we will see what happens. Okay, it is getting executed. Table is created. Insert operation is also executed. We will go back to our workbench. We'll go back to our workbench. So in Hibernate, you can see user table is created. I'll display the table. Can you see ID value for name Ramya? ID value 1 is generated. Can you see ID value 1 is being generated automatically? Yes, it is generated automatically. Now, I'll go back to my Eclipse. So what I will do here, I'll change the data. I'll give second user detail. I will execute. Let's see how it is automatically incrementing the ID. Okay, I user got inserted. My second user got inserted. So here I'll just refresh. Can you see here? ID is getting incremented. Yes. So if in interview, if your interviewer is asking such questions, you can easily answer because you know theory part also and you got to know practically. Correct? Can you people execute this and check whether it is working for you? Let's see. If you wanted your own ID to get generated, so custom ID generation logic should be written. So as of now in Hibernate, we are not going to write that logic. Okay. So one of your friend is asking, ma'am, I need a ID to get generated 1001, or maybe different ID should get generated. For that, custom ID generation should happen. For that, we should write some logic which we will not be writing in Hibernate as of now. Okay. So when we do that in Spring Boot, I will explain you people. As of now, execute this program. I'll share the code in WhatsApp group. Okay. Did you people completed it? Foreign key will always come from other table's primary key column. How you will get a foreign key column in a table? Other table's primary key will become the foreign key in the other table. What question you are asking? In SQL, you would have been already learned, right? Difference between primary key and foreign key. Okay. Can you people tell now? Why should we use this generation type dot identity? Why should we use this generation type dot identity? So this we use to auto generate or generate the ID. Auto increment should happen for which column? From for primary key column. It should happen for primary key column. So we will be making use of generation type dot identity. It should increment the value for the primary key column. Okay. So custom auto generation is also possible. Custom generation type is also possible. So for that we will write some code that we will understand in Spring Boot. Did you people completed it? We'll go with the next small concept. Okay. Okay, you want me to wait? Okay, fine. So Chetan, if you don't use, you will get exception. Okay, you can try without strategy. Also, you can try executing. You will get exception. Okay. But I'll just wait for another 3 minutes. Let your friends complete. Okay, completed. Fine. Fine, guys. So now we'll try to understand something called as cascading. Understand something on cascading. This is important. This is very much important. Please do concentrate. Okay. Now, why should we use this cascading? Why should we use this cascading? Now in mapping concept, we try to insert person detail, pan detail, when we try to insert student object along with student subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, we used to insert. Yes or no? Didn't you feel difficult while inserting each and every object? Didn't you people feel difficult while inserting? Let's take one example. So, insert subject. Okay. So here I created. Can you see my? Yeah, it's a long process, right? Can you people see my screen? I have subject 1. I have subject 2, and I have student 1. While inserting, I need to insert subject 1, subject 2, student 1. 3 times I need to call the persist method. 3 times I need to call the persist method, right? So, in other examples, here also you can see. I'm calling persist method thrice. So, one for teacher object 1, teacher object 2, and subject. Yes. So instead of we writing, understand the problem again, I'll not repeat. Instead of we writing this persist method repeatedly, calling for each object. Suppose, for example, I have 10 teacher objects, I have 10 teacher objects. Can I call the persist method 10 times? Can I call the persist method 10 times? You can call and you can execute, it will work, but it is a long process and it is difficult. Yes, calling the persist method and passing the object, calling, passing, calling, passing, will this work? This idea will not work, right? It's waste on, we can't tell it's waste of memory, it's a waste of our time and it's a long process. Okay. So to avoid this difficulty, we will make use of cascading. We will make use of cascading. So for example, I'll take simple person and pan only. Okay, I'll take simple person and pan. So whenever I insert person object, pan also should get inserted into the table automatically. When I insert one object, the other object should get inserted automatically. This is easy, right? This is easy, right? So I'll just write in form of sentence. When we store person object by using persist method, an object should also get inserted automatically and vice versa. and vice versa. Anyway is fine. Okay, you can either insert person and automatically pan will get inserted, or insert pan automatically person will get inserted. That is left to you people, you can do anyways. But this cascading will make a programmer's life simple and easy. Instead of calling the same method multiple times and inserting 10 objects, 20 objects, this will make our life a bit simple. Okay. Now, how to use this cascading, where we should use this cascading, we'll understand with example. We'll understand with example. Okay. Okay. So I'll take the same example. I'll take same person pan examples. Okay, I don't want to make things complicated. So before that, there are many types of cascade. There are many types of cascade. For example, if I wanted my pan object to get inserted, when I insert person, pan should get inserted. So I'll just write cascade. I'll just write cascade, and I'll mention cascade type dot persist. Cascade type dot persist. When I mention this, what operation will take place automatically? Only insert operation will take place automatically on pan object. On pan object. Okay. So now, if I want to perform delete operation automatically, so what I should mention? Cascade is equal to cascade type dot remove. If I mention this, so delete operation will take place automatically on the other object. On the other object. So when you delete person data, pan also will get deleted automatically. When you insert person detail, pan also will get inserted automatically. Okay. If you want to perform all the CRUD operations, if you want to perform all the CRUD operations, then you need to mention cascade is equal to cascade type dot all means it will perform all the CRUD operation. It will perform all the CRUD operation. Okay. So this part is important. This part is important. Can you people just take down these points? Yes, after cascade type, it is uppercase. You want me to show all the points from the beginning? Here, I just mentioned about generated type. If you want, you can take screenshot of this. Everyone completed this? Yes. Okay. So along with this, we'll complete another theory part and then we'll once only go to execution. Okay. At once we'll go to execution. Fine. So now when I write class user, or let's take I have person and I have private int id, private string name, private long phone number. Fine. These information is fine now. So we all know that we should mention at the rate entity. Yes, we should mention entity and it is mandatory. It is mandatory, correct? Now What will be the table name? Okay, guys, there is a small announcement by your HR team. So once after they complete their announcement, we'll start with our class. Okay, guys, am I audible now? So there's an announcement. Once after that, we'll continue with the class. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Students, this is Darshan from HR team. I have shared a Google form link in the chat. Please open the chat and fill the form now itself. It will hardly take 1 to 2 minutes to fill the form. If you have not received, please revert back in the chat if you have not received, or you can refresh your chat page so that refresh your chat pages if you have not received the chat, guys. And it will hardly take 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes. So fill the form now itself. It is an trainer feedback form. Okay, it is an trainer's feedback form. How okay, Rohit, okay. This is a different form, Corey. Lechana, can you please check with your internet? Just try to refresh your internet. Hope you will receive that. Pratik, can you please fill in the form once again? These are different form. Ketan, nice Ketan, thank you. Shivansh, nice, nice, Shivansh. So yes, Farash, Karthik. Okay, guys. I'm now sharing the PPT presentation in the class. Hope it's visible to you all. Is it visible? We have requirements. The first requirement we have is for a software developer in Noida. It is an face-to-face offline interview. Skills required are web technologies with SQL. Salary package will be 15 to 20,000 per month for first 6 months. Thereafter, you will receive 6 months. After 6 months, you will receive hike based on your performance. There will be a 2 years bond, and you should be from the stream CS, IS, IT, EC, and Triple E. Year of pass should be 2020 and above. And the next requirement we have is for trainee software engineer in Bangalore. Job location is in Bangalore itself. There will be a 3 years bond, and skills required are Python and manual trained students. It will be an offline interview. It will be an offline work also. Work from office. Qualifications of BE and BTech students from CS, IS, IT, and ECE. Yes. If you are trained in your manual, you can apply. So only I'm sharing here. Streams from CS, IS, IT, and EC. Year of pass should be 2020 and 21. And the next requirement is as an software junior software engineer in Hyderabad. Mode of interview is offline. Skills required are must have good knowledge and trained in manual and automation testing. Salary package is 2.4 LPA. Allowances as per company policy. There will be 18 months bond agreement and you should be available for night shifts that is 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Criteria are BE and BTech students from CSE, IT, ECE and EEE. 2020, 2021 and 2022 year of pass students with no backlogs and pass outs are eligible. Minimum 60% in your academics is required. If you have any other doubts regarding the requirement, you can call on the HR number. I have shared the HR number in the chat. And those who are interested in the requirement, please share your name, mobile name, and the deal name to the HR. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time and thank you, students. Sadananda, you can talk regarding that. You can talk to the HR in the HR's number which I have shared. Yes, Akshay, you can talk to the HR regarding that. Abhijit, can you share your mobile number so that I will talk to you in I will let the team to talk to you with you. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
Okay, we'll start. Okay. So, can you people tell what will be the table name when I write class name as person at the rate entity? What will be the table name? Table name in your database. It will be person only, right? But P will be in lowercase. Yes, lowercase. Person will be your table name. Suppose if you want to change the table name in your database but not in the class what you have written. Oh, I have not shared my screen. Okay. Okay. Now in class name should be person, but in my database I don't want table name as person. I need to change only the table name in the database. How to do that? We have some annotation called at the rate table and mention name is equal to. I'll give user details. So now what will be my table name? My table name will not be person. Instead, it will be user details. Instead, it will be user details. If you want to change the table name in the database through your Java program, then we should make use of which annotation? We should make use of at the rate table annotation. At the rate table annotation. So these are few simple annotations. We'll just go through all at once. And here for primary key, you people know it should be at the rate ID. It should be at the rate ID. Okay. So now, suppose if you want to change the column name as well. If you want to change the column name as well, you can mention at the rate column name is equal to, I'll give it as username. So now what will be my new column name? What will be my new column name? It will be ID. Second column will not be name. Instead, it will be username, and then it will be phone. And it will be phone. Okay. So now, whenever user is trying to enter the phone number, whenever user is trying to enter the phone number should be unique. Yes or no? If I enter the phone number, my phone number should be unique when it compares with the other user details. Yes. So how to provide that constraint? You need to provide a constraint, right? In Java program, how to provide that? In Java program, how to provide that? So for this particular column, I'll just write at the rate column. So it should be unique, right? It should be unique. So I'll mention unique is equal to true. Unique is equal to true. True means it should be unique. False, by default, it will be false. If you write true means if you try to give the same mobile number repeatedly, it will throw you an exception. If you provide a phone number repeatedly, the same phone number, it will throw you the exception. So unique is equal to true. Unique is equal to true. Similarly, for example, I'll just show you one more. We have something called as column. You don't want user to enter the null values. You don't want user to enter the null values. Nullable is equal to false. It will not accept null value. It will not accept null value. So these are few annotations which you should be knowing. These are few annotations which you should be knowing. Okay. So these are simple, right? These are simple. So what I'll do, I'll go back to my Eclipse. I'll go back to my Eclipse. We have done one sample program, right? What is that sample program? Just now we did, it is user. We did user. Correct? Just now we did, right? So the previous table, what we have done, I will just drop the table. So now what was the table name which was created in the database? It was user itself. It was user itself. So here I'll just write table name is equal to user details. I'll change it to user details. So here I'll change the column name is equal to username. Similarly, you can change email, anything is fine. So here I'll write at the rate column unique is equal to true. Can I write for email unique is equal to true? Column unique is equal to 2. I can write yes. So now we'll try to execute this. Let's see what is the table name and what is the column name which is created in our database. So this is my table. This is my table. So here, what is the table name? What is the table name you can see here? It is not user, it is user details. What is the column name? It is not name, it is username. Column name and table name I have changed. Column name and table name I have changed. Correct? Yes. Now listen carefully. So here, what I have given For string email, I have given unique is equal to true. That means for the second object I should pass different email id. For second object I should pass different email id. Correct? So here I'll change the name as Ramya. Is my email unique or it is duplicated? Email is unique or it is duplicated? It is duplicated. Will it allow now? Will it allow? Let's execute and check. We'll execute. We'll see what exception we are getting. Okay, what is the exception? Can you see? Read the exception. Duplicate entry. Entry for what? Duplicate entry for what? Entry for email. It is showing you your see, email is duplicated. I cannot allow this. Why it is showing this? Because we made use of unique is equal to true annotation. That is the reason you are getting this exception. Okay, fine. So now I will change it to Ramya. Now if I execute, will it work? Now if I execute, will it work? Yes. It is working fine. See how these constraints are working in your Java program? Yes. So just make this changes and execute, guys. Make this changes and execute. I have shared the program. Simple changes only, you can execute it. Previously we had executed this and user table was created, right? You need to drop that user table. You need to drop that user table and then you should execute this again. Okay, don't forget to drop the table. Yeah, you complete this. Okay, next we will perform cascade operation and we will check. This is a single class and we have provided multiple constraints, right? For each column you will have one constraint only, so you can perform it easily. Once the table is created, you cannot change the name. That is the reason I dropped the table and created once again. So Did you? Someone asked that question. No, who's that? Kushit. Yeah, you got it. If you want a particular column to be unique and not null, you can make use of like this too. Anant, did you delete or did you delete any row in between and then again you inserted? If you do that operation, you will get this. This is normal. That's fine. If not, drop the table once again and then you create it. Sometimes you will have that problem. Done with this execution, guys. You understood now? These are simple. Now we'll look into the execution of cascading. Okay, you want me to display the paint? Just now I showed now how to use multiple constraints. Unique, nullable. Who asked me to show the paint? Okay. We understood cascading part, theory part, right? We will execute, okay? So we are not going to write new program. We are not going to write any new program. Already we had written program, so we will implement in that. So we have completed one-to-one bidirection, right? We have completed one-to-one bidirection. Yes, so I'll just open the pan and person class. Is my screen visible? See, look into this one-to-one bidirection. So I have just opened pan and person class along with insert. Okay, one example, if you understand, that's more than enough. Okay, everyone look carefully. Everyone look carefully. So when I try to insert pan details, I am setting person detail also. When I am creating a pan object, person object also I will set in pan. Yes or no? Person object also I will set in pan. Yes. So here when I insert pan object, person object also can be inserted automatically. Person object also should get inserted automatically. So here I should mention cascade type dot persist. Cascade type dot persist. Why I have written here? Why I have written here? Because I should perform cascade for whom? For person object. I should perform cascade for whom, guys? I should perform it for person object. When I insert pan object automatically when I insert pan object, person object should get inserted automatically. So above that, whichever annotation, one to one, one to many, many to one, whichever annotation you have used, there you should mention cascade is equal to cascade type dot persist. Now automatic insertion will happen or automatic deletion will happen or everything will happen. Which will happen? According to your cascade type, only insert operation will take place. Okay, only this changes you should make here. Auto insertion. Now here I have created person object. I have one person object. I have pan object and I have set person here, and I have pan object and I have set the person object here. Yes. Now if I insert pan, person also will inserted automatically. Person also will get inserted automatically. So how many persist method I have called? One persist method or two persist method? One persist method. Which one I am trying to insert, person or pan? I am trying to insert pan. Now let's see whether person is also getting inserted automatically or not. Okay, I'll just execute this. So can you see here, insert into person, insert into pan. Insert into person, insert into pan. Automatically person is also getting inserted. Yes, you can see that now. I'll go to my workbench. So 1 to 1 bidirection. Here can you see pan object? Here can you see person object? Yes, you understood practically, are able to understand. Yes. Now you people also make this change. And then execute it. Guys, drop the table. Exception. Drop the table in 1 to 1 bidirection and then you execute. First you people complete this, then I will display the table. Everyone completed? So you understood, right? How to use Cascade? This simple example makes an example. Okay, so almost all the concepts we have covered. Almost all the concepts we have covered. One more important concept is Hibernate life cycle. One more important Hibernate life cycle. So before completing Hibernate life cycle, if I complete, then your Hibernate is done. If I complete that, your Hibernate is done. Before that, let me explain you people about Hibernate project. Okay, because explanation of project will take some time. So first I'll explain you people about the project, and then I'll complete the Hibernate life cycle, and then we'll wind up our class. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. So now everyone look into the screen carefully. Everyone look into the screen carefully. You can take your own column values. You can take your own column name, okay? You can take your own column name. I'm not going to mention the column here. I'll just mention the class name, okay? I'll just mention the class name. So we will be going to work with hospital project. We'll be working with hospital project. For first time, I'll just give you. So in hospital, what and all columns you can have? What columns you can have? First thing is you can have ID. Second thing is you can have hospital name, hospital address, hospital phone number. Can I have all these? Can I have all these? Yes. So one hospital will have branch. One hospital will have branch. It will have branch. So here what you can mention: branch ID, branch name, branch address, or instead of you can mention address, and how you contact them: branch mail ID. Can I have these column? Can I have these columns? So what is the first class? First class is hospital, second class is branch. First class is hospital, second class is branch. Now which mapping we can use here? You can use bidirection mapping or unidirection mapping, but I always suggest you people to use bidirection, which is easy when compared to unidirection. Okay, so now here one hospital will have many branch. So which mapping I should use here? I should use one to many in hospital class, many to one in branch class. Yes, one to many in hospital class, many to one in branch class. Correct? Correct? Okay. Now, this is a little simple. I'll make a bit complicated. I'll make a bit complicated. So, if hospital is there and if branch is there, patients will get admitted. Patients will come to the hospital and they will get admitted. Yes, patients will come to the branch and they will get admitted, or I can tell encounter means getting admitted in hospital. Okay, encounter means getting admitted in hospital. So patients will get admitted. Will patients get admitted once or many times? Based on the situation, I am patient today, I will go get admitted and I'll come back home. Again, I might get sick. I'll go to the nearby branch and I'll get admitted again. So I will get admitted many times. So one patient can get admitted how many times? One patient can get admitted many times. So here also I will be having one to many. One to many. So now one branch will have admission or one branch will have many admission. Let's take here nearby I have a hospital, only I will go and get admitted, or many people will go and get admitted? Many people will go and get admitted. So in this scenario one branch will have many admission. One branch will have many admission or many encounter. One branch will have many admission, many encounter. Okay, so I don't want to make this even more complicated. So this will be fine. This will be fine. Okay, so for patients, what columns you can have? For patient, you can have ID, you can have patient name, patient mobile number, you can have. For encounter, admission ID, encounter ID you can have. Then what else you can have here? Reason for getting admitted. Reason for getting admitted. Reason, or we can make it as cause for getting admitted. Then what else you can have? Okay, you can have cost, you can have medicine, symptoms, ward number. Okay, date of admission. Okay, let's take date. Anything, guys, anything. Room number, date, blood group. Good. Blood group is also fine. If you want, you can add many things, but this is fine as of now. So totally, how many class we should create? Totally, how many entity you should create? Four entity class you should create. Four entity class you should create. One is hospital, one is branch, one is patients, one is encounter. So all the entity class will have ID. So you can make use of at the rate generated value. So since we are using bidirection in all the class, you should be having mapping at the rate one to many, at the rate many to one. Yes, and just perform insert operation, that is more than enough. Don't perform all CRUD operation. Just perform all the insert operations. Okay. Just try. If you are not getting, if you're facing any problem, I'll solve this tomorrow in class. But try. I want at least 3 by 4th you people should try. Okay, so this is your project, small project. I'm not making complicated because you're just going to try mapping for the first time. So once you're good with mapping, I will make some complications. Okay, then you will feel easy. No, I don't want to make things complicated. So I have sent the pic in your WhatsApp group. You can check that. You can check that and then you can make it step by step. Okay, now last theory part we have. Last theory part you have. You want me to continue that today or do it tomorrow? Hibernate life cycle and along with your project program. Today or tomorrow? Tomorrow. Yeah, Rohit, it's same process. It is already shared, Krishna. I'll share the WhatsApp group link. Still few are asking. I don't know whether you have joined or not, but I have shared it. Okay, fine. Since most of you people are asking for tomorrow, I don't want to burden you people. Tomorrow we will complete hibernate life cycle. Yeah, hibernate life cycle and project. Because project is bit complicated, I will do it tomorrow again in class, but I want you people to complete. Okay, then you will understand what I am doing. Fine. So we'll do it tomorrow. You people just take some time. You people take some time, check, and then slowly start with the project. Okay. Slowly start with the project. Fine. You people can leave for the day, guys. You people can leave for the day. Thank you. Take care. Bye. See you tomorrow. Go through everything and come. I'll complete it tomorrow, guys. So Krishna, XML and all you will be using, right? In servlets, we will use web.xml. Fine. So there you will understand about your session factories. Fine. Don't compare servlet with Hibernate, okay? Yeah, sure. I'll share. You can leave for the day, guys. Once I do Spring, I'll explain you, Abhijit. Now don't break your head. Ashwini, drop the table and run it once again, no? After changing. Like how you have Java and advanced Java, same you have Spring and Spring Boot. Spring is a base level. Spring Boot is the what to tell, it is an advanced level of Spring updation version. You can give a comma here and add cascade like this. It's already shared in group, Mohammed. You can check.